day, everyone.
We are the Group 5.
I am Jerome Makinyana from BTVTED 1A FSM, and we are the Group 5. What I have learned in the first lesson about basic computer concepts. Naalala ko dati na ang computer ay desktop lang, pero hindi pala. Marami pang computer na tinatawag, tulad na lamang ng smartphones, laptop, at marami pang iba. Habang lumilipas nga ang panahon, marami nang na-invent ng computer or mga electronic devices. In today's world, we use computers for all our tasks, like paying bills, buying groceries, social media, seeking entertainment, working from home, communicating with a friend, business, etc. So it is necessary to know how to use a computer and comprehend the parts of a computer and its purpose. The idea of a computer literacy is also discussed in this video, which includes the definition and function of a computer. I'll also learn about components of a computer, the concept of hardware and software, representation of data and information. Ano nga ba ang computer? A computer is an electronic device that accepts data from the users, processes it, produces results, displays them to the users, and stores the results for future usage. Kung ang tao ay may characteristic, ang isang computer ay meron din. Ano nga ba ang mga characteristic ng computer system? Unang-una yung speed. Computer can solve complex computation in human can do. Number 2, accuracy. Computer can give accurate result. Number 3, storage. Computer can store data or whatever we input. Number 4, diligent. Computer can work without any break in which human can do. Number 5, versatility. Computer can perform different work at the same time. Computer is versatile. Number 6, power of remembering. Computer can remember the data for us. Number 7, low IQ. Computer has no brain like us, so computer needs to instruct the reason why computer will not work without instructions. Number 8, no feeling. Computer has no feeling. Computer has no emotion, unlike human. Computer is classified in 3 main categories: by its size, by its type, and by its purpose. First, let's talk about computer by its size. There are 4 classifications of computer according to size: microcomputer, mini computer, mainframe computer, and supercomputer. Microcomputer has a self-contained units, usually designed used by one person at a time. In today's time, microcomputer most commonly we use personally. Example of this is desktop, laptop, smartphone, tablet, notebook. What is mini computer? It is usually designed to serve for multiple users. Next is mainframe computer. Mainframe computer is a very large capacity and fast speed of processing and also very large computer. Last is supercomputer. Supercomputer is the largest, fastest, and expensive computer system in the world. Second, let's talk about computer by its type. There are 3 types of computer. First is analog computer, second is digital computer, and third is hybrid computer. What is analog computer? It is used to measure physical quantities, temperature, pressure, weight, and height in the form of digits. Next is digital computer. Digital computer today are being used by everywhere. Example, you, smartphone, and laptop. The last type of computer is hybrid computer. hybrid computer is a combination of analog and digital computer. Example of that is smartwatch. Lastly, I also learned about components and elements of computer system. There are three basic components of computer. Input, a CPU or central processing unit, and output unit. Input. Input is the data that we enter into computer system. Data can be in the form of numbers, words, action, commands, etc. After that, the CPU or the central processing unit will process it according to the instructions provided. The third and final component is output unit. After processing of data, it is converted into a format which human can understand. It is the final product. Next is elements of computer system, including hardware, software, people, procedures, data, and connectivity. Hardware. Hardware is the physical aspect of computer system, which tangible. Pag sinabing tangible, hindi nakikita na ating mata or hindi na hahawakan. Katulad na lamang ng monitor, keyboard, mouse, printer, marami pang iba. Pag sinabi ng mga software, ito naman ay opposite ng hardware, which is intangible. Hindi nakikita na ating mata or hindi nahahawakan. Yun yung mga set of programs. Next is yung people. People also part of elements of computer system. Pag sinabing people, simply yung user, tayo yung user who interact on computer system. Next is yung procedures. Pag sinabing procedures, set of instructions which written in codes. Yun po ang procedures. Next is yung data. Data, these are the facts and figures that we input in the computer system. Connectivity naman is yung computer can connect to a network via LAN, cables, Wi-Fi, satellites, Bluetooth, etc. In lesson number 2 is about digital security. What I have learned are about cybersecurity threat. Ano nga ba ang cybersecurity threat? A cybersecurity threat is a malicious and deliberate attack by an individual or organizations to gain unauthorized access to another individual or organization's network to damage, disrupt, or steal IT assets, computer networks, intellectual property, or any other form of sensitive data. Ano-ano nga ba ang mga cybersecurity threat? Merong nation-state, criminal groups, hackers, terrorist groups, malicious insiders, hacktivists, at corporate spies. Sa panahon ngayon, lalo na sa pandemya, usong-uso na ang mga online shopping, online bank, online transaction, at mga online lending. At marami pa sa internet na makikita na dapat hindi tayo agad-agad nagtitiwala. Kasi marami ng tao na bibiktima o na-scam dito sa mga cyber threats na ito. Kaya, yung mga importanteng bagay na sa atin, huwag nating hayaan na ma-scam or ma-hack ng mga ganitong bagay. Kaya, may mga nabalitaan din ako na kapag na-click nila yung isang link, automatic na na-hack yung account nila. Or sa mga online bank app, na kapag nilagay nila yung account number nila, ay automatic na mawawala yung laman ng bank account nila. Kasi dapat protektahan natin yung mga importanteng bagay sa atin, lalo na sa panahon ngayon. Bilang kabataan at estudyante, for us to protect from different cyber threats, ay meron tayong netiquette na tinatawag na think before you click. Lalo na na-expose tayo online and sa internet. Kaya kailangan pag-isipan natin yung mga bagay na nakiklik natin sa internet para maprotektahan natin yung mga privacy natin. At meron akong isang natutunan na one of the best practices para maprotektahan tayo sa mga cybersecurity threat is yung backup data. Backing up data regularly help us to reduce the risk of data breaches. By backuping our emails, files, attachment, website, application, ay ilan lang sa mga dapat nating i-backup na data or para maprotektahan natin yung mga privacy natin sa mga cybersecurity threats. At marami pang iba para maprotektahan natin yung privacy natin sa mga iba't ibang uri ng cybersecurity threats. Yun lamang po. Thank you.
My name is Alex Macha from BTBTED 1A FSM, and we are the group 5, and for this video is all about reflection video that I've learned in the module. So that's for lesson 3. So let's start. So for lesson 3 is all about computer hardware servicing. So what is computer hardware servicing? So computer hardware servicing refers to the doing, repair, and maintenance on the physical components of a computer and its peripheral. Includes fans, hard drives, keyboards, and printers. It differs from software-related maintenance, which deals with the programs running on the computer. So include eliminating malware, installing new software, and updating programs for user. Through some of people are skilled at both. So sa computer hardware servicing, mayroon tayong input, output. So pag sinabing input device, so input device is any hardware device that send data to a computer, allowing you to interact with and control it. The features shows Logitech's trackball mouse, which is an example of input device. The most commonly used or primary input device on a computer are the keyboard and mouse. However, there are other devices that input data in a computer. So, example ng input device is mayroon tayong keyboard, mouse, joystick, trackball, scanner, graphic tablet, microphone, magnetic ink card, reader or MICR, optical character reader o OCR, barcode reader, optical mark reader. So, kapag sinabing output device is any piece of computer hardware equipment which convert information into human readable form. So it can be text, graphics, tactile, audio, and video. Some of the output device are visual display unit, etc. Example, a monitor, printer, output device is plotter, speaker, or etc. So for output device, example nito is monitor. Monitor is alam naman natin, 'di ba, yung monitor, 'di ba? The most crucial output device of a computer. Without it, the computer is incomplete. The monitor is versatile device of the computer for the visual display of all types of information. The monitor is designed to display symbolic and graphical information. It shows all the data and information as soft copy on the screen. It acts as an interface between the CPU and the user. Now, for motherboard naman is ito yung mga isang pinakamahalaga sa parts talaga ng computer. So, pag sinabing motherboard it is one of the most essential part of the computer system. It holds together many of crucial components of a computer, includes the central processing unit o CPU. So memory and connectors for input and output device. The base of motherboard consists of a very firm sheet of non-conductive materials, typically some sort of rigid plastic. Then layers are copper or aluminum foil, referred to the as trays, are printed onto into this sheet. These trays are very narrow and form the circuit between the various components in addition to the circuit. So a motherboard contain a number of socket and slot to. Ayun lang yung mga natutunan ko. So hindi ko man alam lahat, pero sinasanay ko yung sarili ko para alamin yun. Research ako about sa topic na yun. So ayun, share ko sa inyo kung ano yung mga natutunan ko. And that's for all, and thank you.
I'm Trixie Rose Mendoza from BTV 10 1A FSM. So, I have written here the things that I learned. I learned about computer programming. It is a step-by-step process of designing and developing various sets of computer programs to accomplish a specific computing outcome. So, what is the purpose of computer programming? The purpose of computer programming is to find a sequence of instructions that solve a specific problem on a computer. Most of people these days having at least basic level of skill programming. It's easier to us to use a smartphone or any gadgets. It is the one of benefits of supporting learning programs at a young age by helping us to learn more about computer programming. Computer programming, nalaman ko rin ang iba't ibang pwedeng maging trabaho sa system programming, gaya na lamang ng system engineering, na they are responsible for assessing systems, determining problems, providing solutions to issues that arise. Next one is application developer. To testing source code and debugging code. Also creating and implementing the source code of new applications. Next one, we all know that computer programmers, sila yung nagsusulat at nagtetest ng code to allow computer applications. And software programs to function properly. At ang multimedia programmers naman, sila ang may responsibilidad for designing and creating multimedia products that combine text, sounds, picture, graphics, video clips, and other form of media. You can find work as multimedia programmer like advertising and marketing, broadcasting or IT and games, and also publishing media. Next one is SQL. Ano nga ba ang SQL? Ang SQL is used to communicate with a database. It is the standard language for relational database management systems. Ang SQL din ang yung nag-perform to take such as update on a database. Next one, Java. Java is a powerful general-purpose programming language. Ang JavaScript din ang commonly na ginagamit to create web page. It allows us to add dynamic behavior to the web page and add special effects to the web page. Thank you.
And I am Josephine Mendoza. The lessons that I've learned from Tle Ic-6 ICT is where in lesson 5, we have learned that graphic design is very important to us and also to the businesses that we have in the Philippines right now. Wherein in lesson 6, in animation, I think it is very tricky to understand because it has different elements and principles wherein you are going to make animations for the viewers to watch. But before that, let us tackle more about the lesson 5, graphic design. So graphic design has graphic editors or graphic designers. They are the ones who make graphic design. But graphic design has also elements and principles. The elements are line, color, texture, size, shape, space, and value. While the principle has balance, alignment, hierarchy, contrast, rhythm, and proximity. Ito ang mga bagay na importante para sa isang graphic designer or graphic artist kapag gagawa sila ng isang task na inassign sa kanila ng isang company. Because for example, through their work, mas maraming marireach yung company dahil sa graphic design na yon. Kasi, diba, they can simply upload it in the social media, to the different sites. Tapos, makikita na yun ng mga clients nila, ng mga consumers nila. Like, for example, nag-hire ang Starbucks ng graphic designer. Unang-una, yung logo ng Starbucks, pina-layout din nila yon sa mga graphic designers. And also, the poses, yung mga bagay na nakikita natin sa social media nila, gawa yun ng graphic designer nila or nag-hire sila. Isa pa pong example is yung Colorette Cosmetics. Kung nakikita po natin yun, maladalas sila sa TikTok, meron din sila sa Instagram and Facebook. Nakikita natin na pag nakita natin yung logo nila na letter C and letter peachy yung color, malalaman na natin na agad na Colorette Cosmetics yun kasi they are known for that. And also, those kinds of works, also yung mga swatches nila, yung mga pinopost nila sa IG, sa Facebook, sa TikTok, lahat yon gawa ng graphic designer. Ang graphic designer ay meron silang hina-hire, meron din naman silang in-house, which means yung meron na silang hinire for them to work with. Lastly, according to my research, ang graphic designers ang may highest paid jobs ngayon sa Metro Manila because they are the ones who are in demand sa panahon ngayon, lalo na sa panahon nating pandemic. So for the next topic, which is animations, ang natutunan ko sa report nila is that animation has animators. They are the ones who make animations come to life and become visible to the viewers and audiences. And aside from that, there are different types of animations. It has hand-drawn, 2D vector, 3D digital puppet, stop motion, and more. So, sa hand-drawn, ito yung mga traditional na dinodrawing nila sa paper, yung movement ng character na gagawin nila sa iba't ibang klase ng paper or sa maraming paper na yon, halimbawa sa ganito kakapal, igaganon nila yung dinrawing nila para gumalaw. So, sa 2D naman, ito yung sa vector. Ano din siya, para rin siyang hand-drawn, pero sa computer naman siya dinadrawing. Vector is yung mga different lines na para mapagalaw nila yung character na ginagawa nila through computer. Meron kasi niyan silang pinapatungan ng pen, tapos meron silang pen, tapos doon sila magdo-drawing, tapos matatransfer na yon sa computer na pinagagawa nila. So, next is the 3D. Ito yung pinaka-in-demand sa ngayon kasi purot na tayo high-tech, marami ng iba't ibang kinds, and the 3D, ito yung mas realistic pag napanood mo. So, yung mga animators, madalas natin silang makikita sa mga movies, lalong-lalo na sa Disney. Maraming animators dyan na sila yung nagpapagalaw or nagpapamove ng mga characters like sila Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, and more. So, all in all, ang natutunan ko po sa dalawang topic na ito is hindi lang pala basta-basta yung paggawa ng simpleng graphic design, yung paggawa ng mga animations, kasi matrabaho talaga siya, tsaka meron kang kailangang i-consider na mga elements, tsaka mga principles para magawa mo siya ng tama. Yun lang, thank you!
I'm Nicole Milondaga from Bitivited 1A FSM. So, I write my script para hindi ako malito sa explanation ko. So, first, I learned from the topic, basic animation concept. So, the animation is the illusion of movement created by rapid switching of many individual images. So, the best example of the animation is the Disney films and the Nickelodeon cartoons. For example, si Mickey Mouse from Disney Collection, si SpongeBob from Nickelodeon cartoons. Sila yung mga example ng work ng animation. So, syempre sa animation, we have multimedia artists and animators. Sila yung mga gumagawa ng mga characters sa cartoons and sa film. They use computer program and illustration to create graphics and animation. So, gaya ng nasabi ko kanina, ayun yung mga example na mga animations. Syempre, hindi lang Disney Collection and Nickelodeon cartoons ang meron tayo. Mas marami pang iba na ginawa ng mga animators natin para makagawa ng cartoons. For me, yung perfect na nagawa ng Nickelodeon and yung favorite ko nung bata ako, yung Loud House. Sobrang daming process na nagawa ng mga animators para magawa syempre yung mga cartoons and films na pinapanood natin. So, there are 5 types of animation, which is the traditional or hand-drawn animation, 2D or also known as vector animation, 3D animation, stop-motion animation, and motion animation. So, first, the traditional animation. So, sa hand-drawn animation, ginagamit ng animator natin or ng artist natin ay pencil and pen. So, ito yung example ng hand-drawn animation or the traditional animation. So, in traditional animation, syempre, the artists use their hands to create or draw the character or the particular object. So, next is the 2D or also known as vector animation. Unlike sa hand-drawn, syempre, mahirap yung hand-drawn dahil dinodrawing mano-mano ng artist gamit yung kamay, yung magiging character or yung gagamitin nila sa film na character. Dito naman sa 2D or vector animation, pwede na nilang i-scan yung image na gagamitin nila doon sa film. So, isa na yun sa mga tricks para mas mapadali yung trabaho ng mga animators. Hindi na nila kailangan mag-drawing. So, ganito yung example ng 2D or vector animation. So, the third one is the 3D animation. Lahat naman siguro tayo familiar sa 3D animation. So, sa 3D animation, makikita mo yung character or yung object para may mga side siya na parang nakaslant. So, ganito yung example ng 3D animation. So, the fourth one animation is the stop-motion animation. So, the stop-motion animation involves manipulating real-world objects to create animation. So, ayun, yung sa stop-motion animation, ito na yung mga animation na parang tao na yung nagawang cartoon. So, ganito yung example na stop-motion animation. So, last one is the motion graphic. Motion graphics encapsulates animation, typography, logos, and illustration. So, yung motion graphics naman is like ganito. Siyempre, sa lahat ng mga animations, siya yung mas stand out sa lahat. Dahil ang motion graphics ay yung mga graphics or animation na madali nang gawin sa kasalukuyan ngayon dahil sa mga technologies na meron tayo. So, from the next topic, I learned how to use the Microsoft Excel and the PowerPoint. So, syempre, sa Microsoft Excel, natutunan ko kung paano mag-solve ng average or sum gamit ng mga formulas. So, ganito mag-solve. Ito na yung example na nagawa ko. How to solve the averages or yung grades namin.
So, sa Microsoft Excel, naglagay ako ng subjects ng name namin. And yung mga subject dyan. And yung mga grades namin. So, sa average, just click the FX. Pero i-drag mo muna pababa hanggang pataas. Then, i-select mo yung average. Then, okay. After clicking the OK, lalabas na yung average na nakuha ko.
So, syempre, in Microsoft PowerPoint, madali lang naman siyang matutunan. So, just simply add the slides and maglalagay tayo ng pictures and ng mga text. So, ganito yon.
So, in Microsoft PowerPoint, we have the home insert. Sa insert, pwede mag-insert ng pictures dyan. Ayan, ng shapes, ng charts, and the mga text. So, sa design naman, kung anong gusto mong design ng PowerPoint mo. May mga iba't ibang design and colors dyan. Sa transition naman, kung ano yung magiging transition kada slide, pwede ka mag-select and meron na dyang iba't ibang transitions. And pag gusto mo naman na na gumalaw-galaw yung text, ayan, just select the text and kung anong animation yung gusto mo. So, like ganyan, gumagalaw na yung text. Sobrang dali lang gamitin ng PowerPoint. Just simply add the slides, add text or images. Ayan, sa home makikita kung paano mag-add ng slides. And pwede mong ayusin kung blank page lang ba or blank slides or yung slides na pwedeng paglagyan ng text. Sa pag-add naman ng text box, just click the text box and i-drag yung text box sa slide. And ayan, mag-type ng words. And pwede ka mag-select ng mga fonts and yung animation para gumalaw yung word. So, I select the zoom and ganyan na siya. Sobrang dali lang gumawa ng PowerPoint presentation.
That's all for our group. Thank you so much.